Hello everyone, welcome back to the video series of the object oriented programming with Java. Our today's topic for this particular video, that is a Java FX shapes. I am an instructor Mr. Ankit Patel. So let's start. What is the shape and how we can use a shape in the Java FX. So here the Java FX shapes provide the flexibility to create our own 2D as well as the 3D shape on the screen. So I am discussing about the 2D shape in this particular video. So there are the various class which can be used to implement the 2D shape in our application, and all the class are reside in the javafx.scene.shape package. Now if you want to use a different types of shape, you need to import that particular class, and this package contain the class which is represent the different types of 2D shape. And there are the several methods in the class which deal with the coordinates regarding the 2D shape creation. So suppose if you are talking about the circle class, so circle class have the own different method is there, and using this particular method you can set the coordinates for the circle where you want to display the circle on the screen. So what are the different shape is there? So I am just explaining the 5 shape. The first one, that is a line is there, next that is a rectangle is there, then circle is there, ellipse is there, and the lastly that is a polygon. So I will explain all these 5 shape with the live programming. So without wasting so much time, let's start the programming. Now in this session I will show you the different example of the Java FX shapes. So let's start with the first shape, that is a line shape. So here this is the example of the line shape. As I already told you in the structure of the Java FX, the first 3 line are the most important line for importing the different class, like application class we need to import, stage class is there, and scene class we need to import. Now for the different shape we need to import Java FX scene.shape.line. Because I am using just creating the program using the line set, that's why I am using a line. You can also just write down .shape.star also, but I am not using a different object in this particular different shape in this particular video. So I am just writing in this program I am using a line, that's why I am extending importing this particular line class. So now in this line demo program I am just creating the line demo class, extend the application, and in a start method is there. So this is the normal line. Suppose if you are talking about the program, so these are the normal line. You can see here one stage is there, we need to create the object of line. One stage is there, primary stage, we need to create the object of primary stage, set title, and the show is there. So these are the default line of the we are using in the application structure. Now suppose if you want to just display the line, then you need to just create the object of the line class. So I am creating the line class object. So now we need to pass a coordinate to draw a line in a Java FX program. So here we can pass the coordinate in a constructor like this, 100, 100, 200. So the first one, that is a starting of the x parameter, start of the y parameter, y coordinates, and the end x and end y value. So here I am using the setter method. You can also use the setter method. I will show you how to pass the argument in a constructor also in the next example. So line, so I have created the object of the line class, the line dot set start x. So here the value is 50, set start y, again I am passing the value 50, set end x and set end y, that value is 100 and 200. After the setting the all this line, we need to add this particular object in a scene. But now you are directly, suppose if you are adding an object in a scene over here like line, that will generate an error. So you need to group all these coordinate into the group class. So that's why one important class is required, that is Java FX scene.group class is there. In a group class you need to just pass the object of the different shapes. So group, I am just creating the object root is equals to new group, and I am passing the line object in a group, so that all the coordinates are grouped into the single. You can also add a multiple shape like line, comma, circle, comma, rectangle. You can also add in a group. So you have the again two options. Either you can pass this object as a constructor, or the method is there. You can see this method root dot get children dot add line. You can also add in this way also, like root dot get children dot add dot line. But this is a complicated way. The easiest way that we can pass in a constructor. Now let's run this code so you can easily understand. So my program is stored in a D drive. So I am just going to that particular D drive. JavaFX saves program is there. Let's compile this particular file, javac line demo.java. After this successfully compiled, let's run the code java then line demo. Now if you run this particular code, you can see here this point is the start of this 50 from the y axis and 50 from the x axis, and this is the end xy point. Like here the end x point, that is 100, and end y point, this value is 200 is there. This y value is there. So you can easily understand how to draw a line. Now I will also explain using a line how to draw a rectangle. You need to just set the coordinate accordingly. So let's discuss that particular program. Hope you understand this program. Now next program is for using a line draw a rectangle. So we need to use a 4 line to draw a rectangle. So just I am using a 4 line 1, 2, 3 and 4. And according to I am just passing the coordinates onto the constructor. You can set the coordinates according to your size of the rectangle. So I am just passing starting from the 10x and then by that is right. So this line one point is there, and the end x and end y I am passing the 150 and 50 is there. So according to you need to just pass the parameter, and after the passing the parameter I am just creating the object of the group class and passing the all the object in a constructor line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4. Or as I told you, you can use this get children method dot add all is there. Suppose if you are adding a single object, then you need to use just add method, but more than one object you want to add in a get children method, then you need to use a dot add all method. Now after that I am just passing the group object in a scene. All these 3 line is a common for all the program. So let's run this program again. javac multiple line dot java is there, and java multiple line. Now if you run this code, you can see the rectangle that will be displayed by using the line class. I am not creating the object of the rectangle class. So hope you understand this particular program. So here you can also use the set x, set y, end x and end y method also, but if you are using this method, the line of the code will be increased. So now next example is the shape, that is the rectangle shape is there. So I am just creating the object. The rest of the line is same for, like if you are talking about the first 3 line, the rectangle class is there and the one group is there. So these are the common line, but here in this particular program I will also use a color class. So I will also explain in detail what is the use of the color class. So now firstly I will create the object of the rectangle class, then I am just setting the, but in rectangle there are the 4 arguments is there, set x and set the upper corner value we need to pass. After the width and height of the rectangle we need to pass. So set x and set y, that is setting the x coordinate of the upper left corner of the rectangle, same as the y coordinate we pass, and setting the width and height of the rectangle. And after the passing all this line, we need to just add into the group rectangle. All the rest of the line I have commented one by one. I will explain the how to set a color in the rectangle. After that I am passing a group object in a scene, but I am also use a color here, color dot gray. The background color of this scene will be displayed in the form of the gray color. So let's run this code. Here our program is a rectangle demo is there, the rect demo.java and java rect demo. So you can see our background color for the scene, that is a gray color, and default color for the rectangle, that is a black. I am not setting the color over here, but the default color for the rectangle is a background color is black. Now if you want to just change this color, you can need to just write down the object name of the rectangle, then set fill. You need to fill the rectangle with the red color, then just write down the color dot red. So here the color C is capital, all these red, green, blue are the static variable is there. So you need to just write down the class, directly access using the class name. No need to create the object of the color class. So now you can see over here, I am just compile and run it again. The rectangle will be displayed in the red color. Now you can also just create the stroke of the rectangle. Here the stroke of the rectangle is already displayed in the red color. There will be no any stroke. So if you set the stroke of the rectangle black, so the rectangle border will be displayed in the black color. You can see here the black border will be displayed. Right? Hope you understand this particular code for the set stroke. You can also set the width of the rectangle. I am passing the set stroke width, that is equals to 5. 5 we are passing in a argument. So let's run this code again. So these are the different example. I am explaining one by one what is the effect of the rectangle. If you are setting the stroke, you can see the border of the rectangle will be set width is 5 pixel is there. So you can set the width accordingly. Now you can also make a rectangle as a transparent. You need to just write down the transparent, then just the color, the rectangle will be displayed in the transparent form, right? So hope you understand. Now if you want to print the rectangle in a arc form, right, so there is a one method is there, set arc height and set arc width is there. So the circular type rectangle will be displayed. I will show you. You can see the arc of the rectangle, the corner of the rectangle will be displayed in the arc form. So you can set this arc width and height according to the value you can pass in the argument. So hope you understand how to print the rectangle and how to set the different color, background color of the rectangle, as well as the how to set the stroke of the rectangle, right? So now next step, that is example of the circle. So now in circle, as I told you, I am not now I am not explaining about what are the different packages we are using over here. I am just creating the object of the group class. Here the layout I am using, this is not required, right? I am using just color, one shape is there, and all the require 4 class is there. That is like a group is there, scene is there, application is there, and stage is there. Just create the object of the circle class, then use a method. I am just removing this line also. Using a setter method, first I will show you circle in using the setter method. Like set this center of the x and center of one point we need to pass. This is the center of the rectangle, and then we are passing the radius of the rectangle. So total height of the rectangle, that is a double to the radius. So we are passing the radius, not height of the rectangle. So hope you understand this. After that I am filling the circle with the red color. Then finally I am adding the object to the group, and finally group will be added into the scene. So let's run this code again. Java C, that is a circle demo.java and Java circle demo. So you can see the circle, the center point of the circle, that is a 200, 200, and the total radius of the circle, that is 100. Now if you check the height of the circle, that is a 200 is there. Height and width of the circle, right? You can also just use like this. If you are passing in a constructor, just you don't want to use a method, just comment that particular line, and you can also pass this method in a constructor. So the output will be same. What is the mistake we have done over here? I am just creating a circle 1. I am just creating a circle 2 over here. So that's why here we need to just add a C2 here. I am creating a different so we need to pass the C2 over here, and we need to set the color of the C2. You can see the small circle will be printed as a yellow, right? So hope you understand. Now if you want to print both the circle C1 and C2, so now you can print both the circle. And first circle, that is color is red color, second circle that is of the yellow color, and add this both the C1 comma C2. Or either you can, if you don't want to use this, want to pass this as a in a constructor, just use the get children method. Now let's run this code again. You can see one red circle is there, in that particular circle one yellow circle will be displayed. So you can make this type of program according to coordinates, the circle will be displayed, and the default size of the window that I have already passed 400 comma 500. So that size will be displayed accordingly. Now next example for the shape, that is the ellipse is there. Now if you want to print a ellipse is almost similar to circle, but in a circle we are passing the radius, but here we need to pass a 4 argument. Set center of the x and center of y, that is the same, we are passing in circle, but here the radius of the x as well as radius of the y we need to pass. Then the rest of the lines is similar. So let's run this code again. Java C ellipse demo.java, that Java C ellipse demo. You can see the ellipse, black color ellipse will be displayed, because in ellipse there is the different radius of the x as well as the different radius of the y. So here I am passing a x radius is a 70 and y radius is a 40. That's why the rectangle will be ellipse will be displayed in a y axis smaller. So this is again example of the ellipse, and the last one, that is example of the polygon. Now in a polygon is what we can say, that is we need to create a loop. We need to create a loop. For that we require a minimum 3 point is there. So in polygon, that is a different code compared to the rest of the shape that we have discussed. The different code we need to create, require a code for the polygon. So here I am creating the one polygon, and according to the polygon we need to create the double array is there. Here the double is not a data type, here double is the class is there. So you need to just remember that particular line. After the creating the different we need to pass a different point. So here I am passing a total 6 point. You can see first point, that is a 50 comma 40 and all the value in the double format. Next point, that is a 30 70, then 50 100, 150 100, 170 70 and 150 40, and the last point is a 150 and 40, and the last point is automatically connected to the first point, that is a 50 40. After that I am creating the object of the polygon class, new polygon. In polygon you need to use this get point method, get point dot add all, and I am passing the object of D2. In a group I am adding a polygon because the group class is required is there, and I am just add the object of the group class in the root scene. So hope you understand, for the polygon only we require the double of the array. First of all I will show you the output so you can easily understand. Java C polygon demo.java and Java polygon demo. You can see the output of the polygon. I am passing the value accordingly, so the one hexagon will be displayed like this, right? You can set the value accordingly. Now if you just use a default, like I am just using another parameter. In that particular parameter I pass only a 3 point 0 0 100 200 and 200 100. All the 3 dots are joined automatically by the polygon, and I am just passing the object in that particular method, that is a D1. You can see I am passing the object of D1. So here the 3 polygon and 1 triangle type shape will be created automatically. Let's see. You can see, because the first point is 0 0, the point is there, next point is 100 200 here, and the next point, and all these points will be automatically corrected. So for polygon we require a minimum 3 point, right? So using this you can use a double of array, and for using this you can easily create the polygon, right? So hope you understand all the program of the shape that I have discussed. So this is the end of the programming session. So thank you very much. If you have any doubt, you can feel free to ask me. Thank you very much.